saying it out.
That's what you want.
That's what I. Hey man. Hey man. Sometimes it be like that, man.
Bro,
It be
you
like
showing
that
your
sometimes.
age. You showing your age, bro.
Hey, geez, I be fo coming up.
Hey, you can be fofo, bro.
Solid
What you what,
fo.
what you doing for the fofo?
On phone them. I'm probably. I'm. I don't know. I want to do. I want to do something. I want to do an outside event, but here's the thing. I want to celebrate maybe earlier than November, so I can do an outside event. And then actually, when my birthday comes, I was gonna do something like at like a bar.
Well,
Cause
why
what I
don't you?
want to do,
You can always just. I mean, you got a whole house. You can always have something outside, just to have it.
I don't want none of these niggas here. Mm-mm.
I got you.
I don't want none of these niggas here. Mm-mm.
I get it. I got you. I got you.
No, but for real, but yeah, cause I wanna do like I wanna smoke. I wanna smoke with people. Like I wanna do like one of them. So obviously in November, I can't do that because it's probably gonna be snow on the ground or whatever. Who knows in November? You know
But you
how it
can
goes. But
always go to like a cigar lounge or stuff like that.
yeah, but I was thinking like when you do the cigar lounges, everybody don't smoke, so you got to be selective who you invite. And I don't
True,
want
true,
to do
true.
that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I want to open it up to everybody, like people like who I mess with, and like they just some people like, man, I don't want to mess with that smoke. I'd be like, damn, okay, I
Yeah.
understand. I
No, I
can't, you know
get
what I
it.
mean?
I
Yeah,
get it. I get it. Yeah, because it. I
but
mean, especially if you going to a cigar lounge, it's gonna be nothing but smoke, and you definitely gonna leave smelling
nothing
like
but smoke.
smoke. So yeah,
Yeah, because
if
my
you
wife, she be on me now. Like every time I leave, I come home from a cigar bar, a cigar lounge, I have to like take off my sweater, take off my shirt, leave it downstairs, then go
like you
get in the
got weed, bro.
shower. Yeah, go get in the shower. I'm like, she like, I hate that smoke. I don't want you getting this in the bed. I'm like, oh my God. But yeah. See, fellas, you smokers, you know what I mean? Cigar smokers, you
You
understand what
gotta
I'm
have
going through.
you gotta do like the guys who smoke weed though. You gotta have like a smoker shirt, bro, or a smoker sweater, so that
That's what I do.
when
Yeah.
you go out, you have that deal. You come home, you can put that aside.
And that's what I try to do. Like when I know I'm going to the cigar lounge, I will literally put on. I'm gonna wear this because I know I'm gonna smoke this out. And then
Mm-hmm.
some days you've been in there, T. Some days when there's a lot of people in there, that thing gets smoky.
Mm-hmm.
You know
And
that it gets smoky.
it depends on the ventilation too. Like if you go somewhere that's got a good
Hmm.
ventilation, then
Yeah,
you know.
like the
Yeah,
one in Forest Park, Casa, they got a real good one. They got a
I
real
still
good
haven't been
smoke
there, but
ventilation.
I'm definitely gonna make my way there soon.
Yeah, I told you, hey, it's, ladies' night on Fridays.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make my way out there.
You gotta go check it out. Check it out.
See what
But
old men is in there.
it be some old men. Well, see, not old to what we think is old.
All right, no,
Be
no, I'm
like,
saying grown.
yeah, they be
Shit,
like
I'm
50.
old. Hell.
They be
Yeah.
old in there too, like 45 and up, Tease, like for real.
Yeah, that's them the ones that's
Like for
like
real.
they 45, they got probably about, another 10, 15 years, maybe about 10 years, and they're gonna be ready to retire. They
They're
don't
ready to
require
retire in 10 years.
a lot of humping. Bodies are old,
Wait.
can't do what they used
But
to.
that's what you don't you want a lot of humping?
I mean, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. If I'm honest.
Sometimes
Sometimes
I do, sometimes I
sometimes
don't.
I don't. Yeah, I mean that's the whole thing about getting older. And then if you're with an older guy, unless he popping that blue pill, like, y'all libido slow down. So that's where it's like different, right? When older guys slow down a bit, and then it's like women, they say when we start getting too close to 50 that we start getting like this sexual peak and stuff. So we gonna see.
Dang, I'm scared. I'm
Scared of
scared.
your
I don't know
wife.
what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna have to run. I'm gonna have to, man. I'm gonna have to something, man. I'm shit.
Gonna have to get
But
that help.
man, it's just. But my thing is this: is when guys start to slow down, the reason why they try to go get some help is because it's them standards that's been put on us, and we feel like we gotta either live up to them, and we got the ego, So we feel like we got to do something.
Yeah. Well, I think women have the same thing, but that's a whole different conversation. We had to talk about that's a
Yeah,
conversation about
yeah,
getting old. Well,
yeah.
that
That's a whole
that
different conversation.
we can definitely we can definitely
Well,
digest that.
I told Samara like I get to the point where mine don't work no more. Just put me in a wheelchair, sit me out back, because my life is over. Because
Ah,
I pretty much can't do. I'm worthless after that. So
oh, that's
yeah,
hilarious.
I
Well, I
told
mean,
her
but at
it's
the same
okay.
time, y'all, bro, when it gets to that point, y'all will both be older, and it's just like the priority for sex is not going to be like that high.
You know what? I believe you because I believe you. It can't be. It can't be.
That's just the natural
It can't
progression
be.
of life. Like as you get older, not saying that you'll never have it. It's just not gonna be like when you're in your 20s and your 30s, or even in your 40s, where it's just like you're still somewhat, you know, you can still kind of have a high drive. You know what I'm saying? By the time we get about 50, it's gonna start winding down for sure. The closer we get to 50, it's gonna be like, damn.
Yeah, it's gonna take a downturn. Yeah, it
Yeah,
will. That's
yeah.
why
That's
I be thinking people be lying talking about they have sex every day. They be lying, man. They be
yeah, unless
lying.
if they're in their 20s, I can believe it. And I'm talking about early 20s.
I'm talking about people our age. I
People
ain't talking
are
about young motherfuckers.
I don't believe that. I don't
I don't believe
even
it.
unless they shaped like f- they don't have a job and they are in shape like LeBron James and Serena.
Hmm.
That's the only how I'm gonna believe
In
that. And
shape,
even
y'all.
then,
In shape.
in shape, and then bro, I just don't believe that. I think that you can still have an active and healthy appetite at our age,
Hmm.
but I
Hmm.
just don't think it's every day.
I don't believe them. They be. I think. I
Just
tell you. I
don't-
think they be lying, man. It's no way you screwing every day.
yeah, I don't believe that. I don't think it's every day.
Every day.
Yeah,
Every single day. Because I
yeah.
feel like you're gonna get bored.
Yes. Yes. Unless you're doing this to somebody else different every day, then that's different. And then that's reckless.
Yeah, that's
So
right. Yeah, that's different. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
no,
different.
thank
But
you.
I mean, every day, like you be hearing them people be talking like every day. If he wanted, I'm gonna give it to him every day, or we get it. Like I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I
I don't
don't.
believe it either. I'm
I just
I'm
don't believe it.
I'll be ready for my guy, but I know that at this age it's not gonna be every day. But like I said,
Hmm.
I think when you get older, you go in spurts, right? Because
Hmm.
sometimes you may have a week where it's just like you may want it every day, but then you could go shoot weeks like don't touch me. And not so
Hmm.
much don't touch me, but you could go weeks where it's just like I just ain't been in the mood. So yeah.
Man, look. I just you just need a good 3 to 4 times a week. You be straight. I think that's really normality for a man,
Yeah.
unless you younger and then just your libido off the chain where you just gotta have
Right.
it.
Right.
But
Yeah, I don't
I think guys my age and older, like man, look, we ain't got to have it every day, man. Like damn.
yeah. Yeah. I
But
don't even I don't even think it's just I don't think that's a real thing at this age, but to some
no,
people, it could be. And to each his own.
just like the women who talking about I walk around, I don't wear no underwear. I let it breathe. Like, look, man, okay. But anyway,
Yeah.
don't let me get off into a tangent. But I
Yeah,
just,
you infections too, but okay.
hey, but
Yeah.
the way some of these people be talking, like it don't exist for them.
Yeah. You know what? People just the internet is just it just
Not
makes
real.
people it's not real, bro. It's really not a real play. It's it's the it's what people want you to believe, honestly. It's what
You're
people
right.
want you to believe. Like it's not it's it's what they want you to see. It could be some truth in there, but a lot of times people just be acting out for the internet. They be totally different when you meet them in public. Totally, totally
Yeah,
different.
yeah,
Totally,
yeah,
totally different. But
yeah. I've seen that. Yeah,
mhm.
I've seen that. Yeah, the
But it is
ones
what
that
it
talk all that. Yeah, yeah. You're right. I've seen that go down.
is. Hmm. Yep. So
well, we got episode. What is it? 72.
send it too. Yep.
Episode 72. Some of this, some of that podcast. I'm Coach Mo. We got Tease over there. She ready. She ready to talk her ish today. Tish is it's Wednesday, and it's Hump Day. You know,
Ain't nobody
Friday right.
humping around.
Ain't nobody humping.
Remember that song? Ain't nobody humping
Oh,
around.
Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
But we close to Friday. We've been having this good weather. Um, I don't know about you, but when the weather be like this for 2 3 days in a row, I get excited, man.
Yeah, me too. I'll be doing nothing, but I'll be excited. I just like
She said,
I
I'll
do
be
like
doing nothing.
I'll be doing nothing, but I do like the nice weather. I like to, I be thinking I'm fancy now. I go sit on my balcony, just enjoy the
Y'all hear
breeze,
that? She got a
get
balcony,
my
y'all
little
hear that?
get my
Y'all hear
little
that?
hookah stick and yeah, call it a day.
Your little hookah.
Yes, my little hookah.
See, you can see it's okay. You can smoke hookah privately or publicly. Men, we only can smoke hookah privately. We can't do it in public.
Really?
Yeah, we can't do it in public.
But men in the Middle East smoke all the time.
That's them. I'm talking about black men.
Well, I know. Well, I can't say I really know black men that actually do it, but it's
Three things. Three things black men can't do in public: smoke
and
hookah, eat a hot dog,
or banana,
or eat a banana. Those are three things you can't do in public. All right,
buddy.
ladies and gentlemen, y'all listen to this episode. Three things men can't do in public: smoke
Is it just
hookah,
is it
eat
men or
eat a
just
hot
black?
dog, and eat a banana.
Is it
Can't
men or
do it.
just black men?
Black men
Okay, okay.
can't do it. Those are the rules, man. Hey, those are the rules, fellas.
That
Those
is
are the
not the
rules.
rule. Those are rules that Moses just made up, guys. You
Hey,
can eat a
now,
hot dog, you can smoke
no,
hookah if you want
not in public. You better not be in public
in public.
peeling back no banana. You better not be in public peeling back a banana. You better not be doing that. Okay, don't be doing that, fellas. Don't do that.
My
Okay.
gosh, you guys can eat
All
hot
right,
dogs
fellas.
and
I'm,
all that other
I'm
stuff.
no glizzies, fellas.
That's
No
crazy.
glizzies.
That's
No
crazy.
glizzies.
It's stupid.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. Weekend was good. I forgot what I did. I did a few things this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I think I hung out a little bit. Um,
Oh, you was outside? You was outside?
I think I was outside.
Okay,
What did
okay.
I did something. I think it was I was outside Friday. I did Friday. I did stop by our friends at the corner convo. They had an event for Cinco de
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so I stopped by their event for a second and then I hung out with my friends. So
Shout
yeah,
out to the Corner Convo podcast family. Shout out to them.
yeah.
You
So
know
they had like a
what I mean?
little tequila in the bee event. Like a
Yeah. Okay.
drunken spelling bee basically. So
Oh, it was a drunken spelling bee. Okay, okay.
yeah. So it's pretty fun. Yeah.
That was a nice little event.
hmm How about you, bro?
My weekend, I ain't really do nothing. I was in the house for all weekend. I was just chilling. You know, your bank account will tell you what to do on weekends. So you know what I'm
hmm
saying. Your bank account will be like, hey, homie, slow down, slow down. Not
Facts.
this weekend. So
Facts.
I
You a
was just
homeowner,
in my
so
crib.
you really gotta
Hey
watch
man,
that.
it was the first of the month too. So mortgage
Mhm.
due, a whole bunch of stuff due. Like so I
Yep.
just chill and enjoy what I got at home already. But we got. Let's talk about this. So Mother's Day is coming up. Mother's
hmm
Day is coming up this weekend. So I know now my kids are older. So what I do now because they're older, I don't remind them anymore. You know what I
Mm.
mean? I used to remind them when they was younger, but
hmm
now I don't remind them anymore. I give them a quick, like, hey, in a couple of weeks, 3 more weeks, it's Mother's Day, y'all. And they go, okay. And after that, that's it. My son got a job now. So and their sister, they can work together and get their mama something. Cause I'm done. They old enough now to realize, hey, y'all got to show y'all mama appreciation. I know y'all say y'all love her and you
That's
do it
true.
any other
That's
day,
true.
but
That's
on
true.
this particular day, y'all got to show your mother, y'all love her and then get her something.
That's
So
true. When they can
I
do it
got,
together. That's what me and my sisters
yeah,
do. We put our
do it
money together
together.
and we'll get a nice gift. So they can do that. They can put their money together and get her a nice gift.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But I just feel like, hey, you 17, boy. You can do it.
Yeah.
You can make it happen. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I get it. I
And
definitely
it,
get it.
and,
I don't remember what day. I don't remember how old we were when my dad like stopped giving us money to get my mama a gift. We're probably around that same age. Probably
hmm
when we all start to the age when we start working. So
hmm
like yeah, I think probably around that time that's when we start getting our mama gift. So shout
I
out to all
know.
of
Yeah, shout out to all the mothers because on Mother's Day, I mean, and I always laugh because Mother's Day. I don't care what nobody say. Mother's Day is a whole freaking holiday, man. Because nobody promotes Mother's Day like the stores do. Because when Father's Day come around, you barely hear about it. And
I don't
then
think that's true.
y'all teach it's so
I don't
true.
think that's true,
Because
bro.
on
I don't
social
think that
media, wait till you see on Sunday on social media. It's gonna be Mama this, Mama that, Mama this. Father's
I
Day
hon-
come around, you
I
get your little
honestly
weak
think
ass
it's
post.
different. I think it's different, bro. I honestly feel like that over the last decade, like
Mm-hmm.
dads have been getting a lot of love, as they should.
Dad's been
As
getting a
they
lot of
should.
love.
I do. Maybe it's just what I see, and maybe because I'm a daddy's girl, so I always like I don't I've always promoted like good dads because you know, I have one. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's even. I think it's even. I think that Father's Day, I mean, I think commercially it's the same thing. I think the stores try to pump up Father's Day to get Father's Day sales, obviously. Get your dad these nice gifts. I think the restaurants have specials going on. So I think it's about even, bro. Honestly. I'm not even trying to
We,
be just
we went out for Father's Day last year, and the restaurants was barely crowded. We went out for Mother's Day, and it was fucking. You'd have thought that they was giving away free chicken.
well, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
I'm telling you, they and it's
Unfortunate.
okay. It's okay. I get it because it's mama. It's about the mama. I get it. Everybody love mama. I get it, and
Well,
ain't
I
nothing
know
wrong with
for
that.
sure my sisters, we've always treated um when it came to Father's Day, we don't do anything different for our mom that we wouldn't do for our dad. So if my dad want us to cook, we'll cook. We'll ask him what he want. Guys are
Hmm
simple. So we've bought him
We are. Yep.
grill that he can imagine. He's
Yep.
gotten everything that he's wanted. He's simple. So we definitely always do it big for my dad for Father's Day because
That's because y'all girl dad.
we are definitely girl dad. So we and like I said, I think it's different now. I think more people celebrate dads as they should. And to the defense of bro, because me and y'all so nonchalant, could that be a reason why? Could that be a reason why people didn't take it as seriously? Because guys didn't, as y'all didn't really complain about it, or
That's why.
or didn't voice that. Hey, we over here too. Like maybe that's why
That,
women didn't take it as serious back in the day.
that's why we didn't complain about it because most of the guys the men back then was like, oh, what the hell? It's just a whole nother day.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We just gonna go to church or whatever, and I'm gonna go to work on Monday morning. You're right.
Yeah.
I believe that is what it was. I believe so.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
believe
And
that's what it
I
is.
think now more men are like, hey, I did something too. What my gift?
I think, like for me, I think my old man. I think he kind of like looks for and enjoy more on Father's Day now because he got grandkids.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure.
I think for him it's a little bit more different now. But when I was growing up, it was just like, where we going to eat?
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
how it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for me, I guess I'm kind of like that because I'm kind of like, I appreciate it, but it's like, man, look, we still got to go to work tomorrow, and like, I guess I don't know. Maybe as I get older, I appreciate it. I just because now it's just like I don't say I don't appreciate it, but it's like me and my guy was talking about. It's like for us, like my guys, we don't need nobody to tell us we good fathers. Like we don't need nobody to tell
Sure.
us
Sure.
like you're doing
I
good. Now
don't think mothers do either.
it's good to hear it, but it's like the way we brought up, like we gonna do it, like we gonna get it done because that's just how we was raised. So for us, yeah, Father's Day is great, but it's not like I guess we just don't look at it like that. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Mhm.
That's just how we, certain men look forward to that, like certain men look forward to Father's Day. I know
Yeah.
certain women they look forward to Mother's Day, and it's cool. I don't really have a problem with how anybody celebrate Mother's and Father's Day. The only thing I have a problem with is when women get on Father's Day and say, I'm the father and the mama. That's the only
Oh,
thing I have a problem with. But other than that,
yeah.
man,
Yeah.
celebrate that day. It's a great day to
Yeah.
be recognized.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I'm
I
saying?
I get it.
And then it's May too, so the weather is kind of iffy. But if you can get a real nice day, you can cook for your mom, you can cook for your wife, you can
Right.
barbecue, like you know what I'm saying. So that's what I like about. And Mother's Day always to me kicks off. Here comes the warm weather. Here comes the spring. So for me, Mother's Day always kicks it off. So that's why I always like Mother's Day.
Yeah. And mothers, mothers, they I think I think people make a big deal for Mother's Day because for so long mothers did, you know, they took on the most visible work. Because
Absolutely.
I don't want to diminish what the fathers do as far as getting up, working, and just always having to be strong. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a
Hmm.
big thing. But I think while dad was doing that, mothers had to take care of the kids. And take it's a
Facts.
and they all it's a selfless thing, right? Because you have to
Yep.
take care of the
Yep.
kids and do this and take care of your husband and somehow take care of yourself. And a lot of mothers, they we can be honest and say they have put themselves last a lot. So I
Yep.
think
Yep.
I think that's why people make a big deal for Mother's Day, because mothers they in the forefront. But that's not to minimize what daddies do, because daddies keep the fort going. So they hold it all
Yeah.
together. So it's we equally need moms and dads. So
Yeah. Agree. I agree with that. And
yeah,
hey, moms hold it down. They
moms hold
hold
it
it
down.
down. Moms is the hey. I already know because I see how my kids do. My wife, like they they. My wife is like the doggone. She's the organizer. She's the planner. When they need something or they need to find out what something at, where they gotta be at, they go to her.
Hmm.
So I get it. So I understand that it's a
Hmm.
big role. It's a big role as a mom. So
Yeah.
shout out to the mamas. Shout out to the
Shout out
mamas
to the
out there.
mothers. Happy Mother's
And then
Day,
happy
ladies.
Mother's Day. And to the babies, mamas, mamas, shout out to all y'all.
And all the aunties and godmommies and all y'all
Yep.
too that
All
that
y'all.
are because I have some dope aunties, and I have when my mom passed, my aunties definitely like filled in that gap. My aunties and my
Hmm.
grandmother. So I know the importance of having like just women in general in your life, you know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I know how important it is to have that foundation, and how just because like aunties that don't have kids like pick up the gap a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
um
Hmm.
I definitely
They step
appreciate
in.
my aunties, I appreciate my grandmothers, I appreciate my mamas. um yeah, so shout out to the mothers, happy Mother's Day
Shout
again,
out to
y'all.
them. Shout out to the mothers.
Yeah, for sure.
Um. So get into our round of topics. Um. First of all, rest in peace to the Chicago police officer, the young lady. I can't pronounce her name. Um. I know she was 24 years old. She was only 3 years on the job.
Yeah.
Um, reading about her, people talking about her. She was so well loved. Everyone said she was a great person. Um, she lost her life late Saturday night coming home from work. She just finished her shift,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and she was shot multiple times, left for dead, robbery,
Yeah.
um,
We
by
call her Officer Preston. I think her first name is Arnea, maybe, but her
yeah, I
last name.
couldn't pronounce it.
Yeah.
Preston,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to mess her first name up, so Officer Preston.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but some people decided to take her life. Um,
Kids.
some kids, some kids decided to take her life very young, very young. How many people was involved? Five, four,
At least five, bro.
and they decided to.
Four was arrested, and I think they said they had one
One is on the run.
was on the run, and that's not including that's not including the girls who were involved. So,
Hmm.
and I think the girls, I think they weren't charged because it sounds like they probably are the ones that are going to be like they probably got some kind of deal to testify against the others.
Yeah, I know that's how the police caught them because one female actually you know she told everything and she told where they was going to be at and all that.
Hmm.
But just the more and more that the stuff comes out about what happened, like today I had read that it was a robbery. Those individuals decided to go on a robbing spree across the city because they needed money for a barbecue.
That's the
Um,
craziest thing to me, bro.
so reading that, because apparently I guess this was the charge. This was the story that the prosecutors told in court today to the judge and defendants and all that. So apparently, they wanted to have a barbecue. They needed money for it, so they decided to rob people. They robbed five other individuals
Hmm.
before they got to
Before they
Officer
got to
Preston
her.
and
Hmm.
killed her. And when I read that they wanted to have a barbecue, that's why they did it. Part of me got mad, and a part of me was like, you know what? They shouldn't even waste time with a trial
Hmm.
because these and I'm just gonna say it, these kids decided to ruin their lives, and another family ruined their lives
Yeah.
because they wanted to have a barbecue
Yeah.
that bad. They wanted to
Yeah.
have a barbecue that bad, and they needed money that bad that they decided to not only rob people, murder somebody, just throw their whole life away.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, is this really what life is now in this world? Is that nobody really thinks a life is valuable
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
it I think the same thing, bro. Because not only do you not think someone else's life is valuable, but you don't think your own life is valuable. And when I looked at those kids, they looked soulless. Like it's a body there, but it's nobody home. Like it's nobody there. It's nobody
Hmm.
behind their eyes. It's
Hmm.
no life. Like it's no and you until in a sense you have to be living for you to do that at such a young age. Like you have to not feel that there's a future for you
Yep.
or you don't see a future for you, and you really have nothing to live for because at that age, at 18, 19, even if you don't really know what you're gonna do in life, like we all might have went to school or we might have had jobs, but we didn't know what we was really gonna do. We wasn't saying what we're doing now, we're gonna do that at 18.
Hmm.
Some people did,
Hmm.
but for the most part, a lot of us, we go through life trying to figure it out. And this is the point where you're supposed to be growing up, just enjoying life and trying to figure out, your purpose in the world. But instead, what we're doing with our free time is just robbing people for a barbecue.
Barbecue.
Like you can like there instead of like spending time trying to figure out how to better my life, go to school or go do a trade, or I'm gonna just rob people. Like
Yep.
how does that how does I don't I know how it happens, but it's just like you said, I don't know, like the disconnection with the community and these kids and even from their parents, it's big, bro. Like it's a community thing that we really have to we got to get control of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already out of control, and I always, to me, it's always a spiritual aspect in the sense that I don't care if you don't gonna go to church and you don't believe in, Jesus, or if you don't believe in Allah, you don't believe in Buddha. I feel like spirituality centers you to a
Mhm.
degree.
Mhm.
And I feel like whatever that spiritual connection is for you, I feel like it centers you and it helps you to figure out life purpose. Does not guarantee a perfect life. You know what I'm saying? Nothing goes wrong, but it is a foundation for like a moral compass. You know what I'm
Be
saying?
grounded. You should be
It gives
grounded.
you grounded, bro. So that if anything, when the thought to get up and go rob somebody comes, the bare minimum is to make you uncomfortable. The bare minimum,
Mhm.
if you rob somebody, your brain would tell you pulling out a gun and shooting is way too far. You got the money,
Mhm.
go. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
it gives you some kind of foundation to of what's right and what's wrong. And I just feel like these kids have no foundation for nothing. They don't believe in anything. They don't have respect for anybody, and they just live in their life. This is an example. They just doing what they want to do with no direction.
I mean, and she was shot multiple times. Um, once in the face, once in the neck, I believe it said. Then they said she was able to return fire. Um, part of me felt like I wish she would have got one of them motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Just because like the anger is just like she coming home from work, Tease. Like
yeah,
she's coming home from work. She's coming
yeah.
home
She's coming home
from
from work while y'all sitting around trying to rob people,
exactly like
and she
that.
ain't that much older than y'all.
That's what pisses me off about these shorties is that they out here robbing people who literally are coming home from work or they work hard for what they got. They just want to go out here and just take it.
Yeah,
No, she she's a police officer. She's coming home from actually doing her job and trying to keep the streets safe or doing her job at night. She's coming home from doing that.
yeah.
And she gets out the car and they ambush her. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Like it just that was some
And I'm trying to figure out too, bro. What's interesting to me that they had they had been on a spree
mhm.
already. I wonder what made them just shoot her. You
Maybe
know,
because you know what? I wonder. This is what I wonder. I wonder that they decided to shoot her after she got her shot off. That's what I
could be,
wonder.
could be,
You know what I'm saying? And then they said that they took her service weapon.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
The thing is, it's just like if she didn't have her uniform on and you didn't know she was a cop, okay. But once you realize that she was a cop, you should have known. It's like that on Minister Society. You know you done fucked up, don't you?
yeah, you know you fucked
you
up. You know you fucked up,
you
right?
already, especially in CPD, if they don't find
Yep.
nothing, they're gonna find a cop killer.
Yep.
So your ass is gonna be grass, like immediately. Like I think I saw like video on the internet, like when the officers when they finally were able to get to the scene. Once they realized she was dead, so many of them like left looking for like
Yeah. Yeah.
they immediately went to look for who, and they caught him quickly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Quick. And the thing was, people were saying too, bro, that I think people need to understand. People were saying like, "Oh yeah, they gonna always find their own," and we got so many unsolved murders. True, but also the young lady sung like a bird.
She
We
did
got
seem
this
like a
thing
bird.
we got this thing in our community where, well, we don't want to talk, we don't want to snitch. That's the reason why these murders is unsolved. It ain't because
Yeah.
detectives ain't going to look for them. It's
Let me
because
tell
y'all
you
don't
something.
want to talk
The,
about it.
the detectives are trying to solve these murders. But
Yeah.
when you got ignorant ass people who say, "Well, I ain't gonna tell you, you got to do your job." Well, hey,
Right.
what do you expect these police officers to do?
Right.
What do you expect them to do if you know you got this knucklehead ass killer living in the building right down the street? He just
Yep.
murdered a kid. He just robbed your fucking brother, but you ain't gonna
Yeah.
say nothing.
They
And
know
what
this.
you
Something,
expect?
bro, the community know who was doing it. We know who's doing the majority of this stuff.
Yep.
We know. Whether you scared to say something or you don't believe it's stitching, that's the reason why the stuff is not getting solved. It ain't because they're not trying to. But
They
you better
trying.
believe but you better believe if you kill one of their own, that's
Hmm.
a wrap. That's a wrap. Like that's just you already messed up. But that's how stupid
Yep.
they are. Like you rob a cop and then kill a cop and you think I don't even know what they thought what was going to happen, but and they probably was high when they was doing all this stuff,
Probably.
but
Probably.
it's your whole life gonna be gone, and by the time you go to jail, I mean you gonna be roughed up. You are not this not gonna be no easy.
No.
this finna
No.
be this finna be they gonna throw the book at you.
And they was riding around all day doing this shit, all
Yep.
day doing this.
Yep.
Um,
So now
and you
you only
know,
not only you're gonna be charged for murder, but you're gonna get charged for all those armed robberies. And if they
yep.
did this 6 times, they're never getting out of jail.
No, they not coming home. They
they
definitely not
they
coming
they're
home.
going to be like
Mm-hmm.
like Claude and Ray.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna be there forever. And
Yeah, they're gonna be
they're gonna
there.
be,
They're gonna be there for life.
and you know what? They should be there forever
Hell
because
yeah.
everybody talks about well the neighborhoods is this and the communities are set up like this. I get how crime works. I get that. I
Yeah.
understand crime, how it works, low impoverished areas and stuff. I get that. But I also understand there are consequences. If you
Yeah.
decide to do some shit and you get caught, hey man, you gotta face that music.
Yep.
You gotta face that music. You
Yep.
got to. You get caught, you gotta face it.
Yep.
So,
I
they
don't feel
got
sorry
caught.
for it. You got choices. Just like that young
Yeah.
lady was 20. She was for her to be in the she's been in there for 3 years. She's been a cop for 3 years, which means she probably did about 2 years uh of like training and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
that means when she was bet your age, she decided that she was going to do something productive with her life. So
Yep.
you had a choice.
You
You
had
had
a
a choice.
choice.
You had a choice. You
You had a choice.
chose to do that. And it's the reason I don't feel sorry for these kids, bro, because I feel sorry that they don't have the sense that the previous um people before them had. Like they just clueless to a
Hmm.
lot of stuff but they got that because they got everything.
They got
They
everything.
got
That's right.
everything. They
Got
got
everything.
everything. They have
Yep.
access to everything. They don't have to fight for nothing. Everybody has done that before them. They have
Hmm.
access to everything. They have so much access to information. It's no excuse. And this is you with what your ancestors had to deal with and how much easier it is for you. This is what you choose to do. That's stupid. So
Hmm.
you deserve to go to
Hmm.
jail because you don't have to. You don't have
Nope.
to. You don't want to work for the white man? Fine. It's so many people out here that's showing you how to build a business.
Right. It's
Go to,
options.
go to school to be a business person. I
Yep.
mean, or figure out what business you want to do and go learn about it. It's just they have a wealth of information that they don't have an excuse. So all that stuff about the resources, some areas don't have resources, but the
Yeah.
information is there.
We get that. We grew up in the hood, so we understand. We get that. We know places lack a lot of resources. We know for a fact Garfield
Yeah,
Park or North Lawndale doesn't have the fucking resources that Elmhurst has. We
sure.
understand that. We
Yeah,
understand that.
yeah.
But at the same time, you
Use
you
what they got
still
though.
you made a decision. You made a choice. Them motherfuckers made a choice to say, you know what, we're gonna go home, put on their black ski mask, and we're gonna come
Mm-hmm.
outside with these guns and we're gonna rob people. That's
Yep.
the choice they made. They
Yep.
made that choice. They got
Yep.
caught.
Yep. And the other thing
Any
about
sympathy for
the other thing is the systematic thing about the guns in our community and the access to it. Like, you know, we know where they getting these guns from. And I wish our young brothers and sisters know that these guns are so easy accessible to you because they want you to kill yourselves. I know you feel like you need protection, but they really want y'all to kill. Their generation don't forget about growing old.
them. Nope.
They want y'all to kill yourselves. I mean, if it ain't the drugs that's in the community, it's the guns that I mean, these are 18, 19 years. Why do you need an automatic weapon at 18?
Hmm.
Huh?
Hmm.
That just doesn't make sense.
And they driving around with it on their lap,
Taking
everything,
pictures with it.
taking pictures with it.
It's completely stupid.
It is. It's very stupid. It's just sad that again, I keep going back to she wasn't even on duty, Tease. Like she was, she was like 100 yards in front of her house. She was about to go in for the night,
It's so
and
crazy.
these niggas roll up, jump out the car,
It's
and
so
rob and
crazy.
shoot her. It's crazy. It's like it's fucked
It's
up.
messed
And
up. It's messed up.
the prayers to her family.
Rest to her. Rest in peace. Yeah.
And I always say this when shit like this go down. I always say it's not only the deceased victim's family, it's the perpetrator's family too. Because
Yeah.
whether we realize it or not, there are people in their family that do love them kids,
Yep.
and I know his grandma or somebody probably hate that this has happened.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying? Like I
They
truly
probably,
believe that.
they
I
probably got
truly believe that.
siblings. They got
Yeah,
siblings and cousins
yeah,
that they grew up with that, they
yeah,
that I'm sure hate the direction that, like you said, that their life has taken. Like,
yep.
you know, it's just unfortunate.
It is
We're so
unfortunate.
unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate. It was a sad day. But again, rest in peace to Officer Preston. Um, good hand claps to the good job of CPD for finding them and
Yeah.
bringing them to justice.
Yeah. And I
Again,
hope it's a lesson to the rest of them that's thinking about doing stupid stuff.
and again, people just be careful out here when people be coming home from work or
You
hanging
gotta
out.
watch
Man,
your back. Yeah.
you gotta watch your back, man, because
Yeah.
it's
Somebody
evil out
don't
here.
care. Yeah.
It's
Somebody
evil
don't
out
care
here.
that you going
Right?
home. They don't care about your
They
family.
don't care.
They're not
They don't
looking at
care.
you as a man that has a family,
Nope.
that has a wife. They're not looking at that. They looking at you as a target. So
Yep.
yeah.
You've been. You're. It's like they're a predator, and you're the prey,
Yeah.
and that's what
Yeah.
they looking at. So,
Yeah.
man, that was. We got that out the way, but yeah, that was interesting. Man, in turn, the last 3 days with that was crazy.
Yeah. That was sad.
And once again, to the next topic, another mass shooting in Texas, right outside of Dallas, at a mall.
Killed this
You know what I mean?
like 9 people.
9 people. More and
Bro.
more and children were shot.
Yeah. I know I saw one somebody had posted. I saw basically a whole family was killed.
Hmm.
And I think I don't know if the one little girl, she was like on life support. I don't know if she passed away or not, but her parents died, her sibling passed, and I think she was the only one that survived
Yeah.
at that time. I don't know if she passed or not, but I just how come America doesn't think we have a gun problem?
Oh well, that's an easy question
Mhm.
because the people who regulate the laws have special interests with the NRA. That's why. That's
And
that's 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 the bottom line right there.
and I know that, right? But I just don't understand how like they see like it's just this nation is messed up because it's just like how do you see these things and don't feel motivated as a lawmaker to say we got to do something.
Not
It's
until one of
becoming so
theirs,
bad,
not
bro.
until one of theirs get killed, Teeth. Not until one of theirs get killed in a mall or school. That's when they'll say, do something.
That's so messed up. That's so messed up. Cause it's
That's just
damn near,
how I
bro.
feel.
It's so it happens. Mass shootings. This is not happening nowhere around the world. It's only
No,
happening here. It's only happening here, and I feel like it happens so much to where we've become desensitized to it.
I agree.
It's just like every week, it's like, oh, another one, oh, another one. Like it used to be like, oh my gosh. Now it's just like it's almost just like we just used to it.
I don't understand
It's
why
a
you
bad
need an
place to be
AR-15.
as a nation.
Why do you need an AR-15? If you're not, if you're not a part of the military or law enforcement, why do you need to buy AR-15?
Because certain sector of this country that are Confederates, and have Confederate mindset, and they think they're part of the Minuteman militia, and they have this protect our land, and hide our, don't let the government get your guns, and they're trying to take over. Like they have that kind of mentality, and they have this paranoia of the government taking over everything and not being able to fight the government back. Here's the thing, guys. The government is going to always outshoot. So if the government decides to
How shoot
take
you?
over, I mean I mean the government they're going to always have more guns.
Hmm.
That's just the truth. I mean, so the
Hmm.
paranoia of them wanting to take over, they already taken over. You don't really have no freedom outside of the phantom freedom that they give you. It's just the truth. Like we want to believe we land under free. We still have rules, we still have regulations, and the way our country is structured is not a dictatorship. So we vote for this stuff. We make these
Yep.
laws, which is within restrictions. So you're still being controlled. So this idea that the government, you don't want the government in your business, they're already in our business.
I get tired of hearing that shit. The government in my
Already in
business.
our business. They can't,
I'm tired
you
of that
can't
shit,
do
man.
anything without government control because this is the kind of country that we chose to live in. So if you want to overthrow the government and we don't have any kind of, structure, fine. Then we'll just have mass chaos.
And we
Or
having,
we'll have, we'll be split again. We'll have the Confederates, and then we'll have the Union, and we'll have all these different sectors of the country that are different little countries, which is nothing but a whole bunch of little wars all the time. So
and there's
yeah,
and there's people in politics that want that. They
yeah,
want that.
they want to go back to that. So they wouldn't
Yeah.
mind having these little bitty wars, and California having a war against, New York. Like that's
Hmm.
stupid shit. I'm not trying to live in no war torn country. Like where we're fighting internally. Like that's silly. On the same
Hmm.
soil, we're sharing the same
Hmm.
soil, but other countries deal with that. I mean, we can look at Ukraine and
Hmm.
Russia and all those people that are like in close proximity that damn near are the same type of people, damn near the same race, and
Yep.
fighting over land. Like I just don't want that for
You
myself.
you ever notice though? Germany don't have no problem with no motherfucker.
Germany
Germany don't
about it
bother
is
nobody. Seriously, Germany do mind their business. They
now.
mind their business.
It matter
Yeah,
business.
now
Now
they
they
do.
Hitler though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but you ever notice they don't get involved in nothing.
Yeah, a lot
Germany
of countries like
Germany
that.
Germany
Germany,
like the old
Sweden.
lady. Germany
You
like
ever
the
hear
old
about
lady in the
Sweden?
neighborhood.
Right. Miss Bonita.
Yeah, the old lady neighborhood to just sit on there and mind her business. Like, ooh, they fighting, and just mind
Yeah.
her
Not
business.
everybody else business.
Yeah,
Yeah. You don't hear about Switzerland, you don't hear about Sweden, you don't hear
nothing,
about Germany,
nothing.
you don't hear about a lot of those countries,
And
they
Germany a
just want
superpower, but they don't. They mind their business. They mind their
yeah,
business.
yeah. America needs to do that, but we have our hand in so much corruption around the world to where we can't mind our business. Like
No, no,
we want to act like we are in the Middle East for reasons of humanity, but we know that that's not true.
no, that's not true.
There aren't any weapons of
Mhm.
mass destruction. you
That was
know,
proved.
that yeah, this is how we gain access to resources, and
Yep, yep.
greed makes us in get greed makes us enter into all this. That's why, bro, we don't realize as Americans outside of America, people don't like us.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
They really don't. Like if you go
You're
to
right.
other countries, like damn near showing your US passport is like, you know,
Yeah, you're right.
have a we have a stigma.
Hmm.
We have a stigma across like in other countries. So in it's more so even because you know what you realize when you go to another country, even though like somebody see your black skin, it's different black people. So
Hmm.
if you go and you it's when you go to a different country, it ain't even so much you black. They gonna see the US, they say American. Like
Hmm.
they think like because Americans, even black Americans or Hispanic
Hmm.
Americans, American people have a certain stigma of our entitlement, and a lot of countries don't like that.
No, you're right. They don't like. They hate that shit. You're right.
Yes, because we think we're the world power, and we think that everybody should
Hmm.
bow down to us, and everybody should think like us. But the other rest of the world don't roll like
Mm-mm.
that. So, yeah,
Hey, it's. I don't know what they're gonna do about gun law. I actually don't think they're gonna do anything about it because the NRA is a powerful group, and a lot of people in Congress are lobbyists to the NRA. They have their interests in line with them. They donate money to them, and this is why the NRA has a lot of power when it comes to certain laws and things. They make sure when it comes to that amendment, the right to bear arms, they make sure they stand on that. Every speech they make, every time you hear one of them, they make sure that the world knows, the
yeah,
country knows, this is our God given right. Actually,
and it's
God never
not.
gave you that right. God never
It's
gave you that right. So, but
right.
they make sure they tell people that.
Yeah, they do that because when the Constitution was written, it was for that time, and during that time, the stuff that was going on, the right to bear arms was so that they could fight against, the
Hmm.
other the unions or the Confederate, like so they could do that. But we ain't in
Hmm.
that time no more. So
Hmm. Yep.
but the obsession with guns in America is because it's the power behind the gun and how the
Hmm.
gun the having the gun gave them so much world control, and so they're never going to let go of that control. That's the end of the, like you
Never.
said, that's the bottom line. Is just it's too much power tied to it, and they don't care how many little kids die, as long as they
No,
keep their
no.
gun,
As long as they keep their guns, as long as they keep that check coming, and them when it's time for election,
yeah, it's
it's
messed
not
up.
gonna stop. Yeah, it is
Yeah.
messed up. Well, rest in peace to those people, families, and people who lost their lives. And well, unfortunately, T's before the year's out, it's gonna probably be another 4 or 5.
Before we won't say
Unfortunately,
yeah, before the month, bro. Unfortunately. Yeah.
it's crazy. And again, we never hear about the ones that the police actually foil or get to before something actually happened. Who
Right.
knows how many of those happen throughout the year?
Right.
Um, but
Yeah.
mo- moving on. Hey, what you think about Power so far?
Joe Power
You said
been
Joe,
so good. It's
Joe.
good. Goods with the T.
Yeah, it
Good
has
with
been.
the T, bro.
It has
I
been.
it started off slow, but I think the last few episodes they've been dope. I mean, I won't say this too about Power. I don't know, who's their stylist, but
Hmm. Always off the
their
chain.
wardrobe budget went up, and they've been dressing their asses off this
It's off the
this past
chain, man. It's
season.
off the chain, man.
Yeah, yeah, they've been dressing, and I think whoever wrote the last few episodes and directed, it's been really good. It's been really good. It's
The
finally coming.
writing's been good.
Yeah, it's finally coming together with the storylines
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
you know, um, our brother Sax finally went on to be with the Lord.
Yes, yes, I'm standing. Yes, yes,
Everybody been wanting
yes.
Sax to die for 10 years.
Motherfuck sacks.
Yeah. They've been waiting for him since he was going against Ghost. So
Go.
it's been good.
I'm glad he got up out of here. Good.
It's been good. What you thought about it, bro?
Oh, I love this season. This season has been off the chain, man. And I remember like it's crazy because I remember after the first episode, people was like, "Man, it's boring. It better pick up." I'm like, "It's gonna pick up because
Yeah, yeah. It
it's
definitely
gonna pick up because the way it left
definitely
off, it's gonna pick up." And God damn it, this is good. This show is good. Like I'm upset because it's Wednesday. I'm ready
I
for
know.
tomorrow midnight so I can watch the
But
shit.
bro, we missing a week, right? It's not gonna show. It's not coming on this week.
Oh my fucking god! You know what,
Yeah,
man?
it's not coming back on to the next Friday.
You know what, man?
Yeah, I don't. I think what they were trying to do. I think they spaced it out to make it coincide with when the next show is gonna be coming on.
Yeah,
So
because what's the name coming back
yeah,
next?
which
Uh,
Kanan.
uh, Raising Canaan.
Yeah. So yeah,
That's
I
why they.
think
You right. That's why they do it. That's why
I
they
think they
do it.
spaced
You
it
right.
out so that soon as one stops, the other one picks up. So
But I
yeah.
just fuck. We gotta wait 2 weeks because man, look, man. If you ain't watched Power, it's a spoiler. I don't give a fuck. When 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 Effie saw Lauren in that fucking back window, and that window rolled down, and she saw that was Lauren. Woo wee! That
Yeah.
face, boy. Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh wee, boy. I
Kane
was
did the
like,
same thing. Kane did the same
man.
thing. Kane was like,
Kane said, "What the?" Kane said, "What the?" Oh, boy.
yeah,
Hey, man. I can't. See, now we gotta wait 2 weeks to see now what they're gonna be plotting. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I so I think this, bro. I think that I like Effie, and y'all be talking about Effie, but I like Effie. But I think she's gonna die before the season is over because Monet wants to be this queen pin. Fuck her kids. She wants to be the queen. And so she hates her kids, and she's already basically, if there's a love interest, she finds a way to make sure that love interest is gone. And so she got rid of Drew's distraction. And I think because her and Kane always have this button of heads,
Mm-hmm.
I think for her to regain control over him, I think that she's already trying to pin everything on on Effie, but I think she's gonna try to kill Effie, just to get her control back of Kane.
Well, she got rid of the professor.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
got rid
So
of the
that's what
professor.
I'm saying.
Remember? So yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anytime that there's a distraction from one of her kids, she kills their interest. So she wants to have the ultimate control over them. And so I think for that reason, she's going to kill Effie. But what I would love to see, because I don't like Monet, I think she's the worst mother on earth. And I do. She's the worst mother on earth, and I think that I would like to
Ah,
see. She is, but I would like to see. I think would have been cool if they did something a little different, just like kind of let Kane break away from her, and maybe like Aunt Kane and Effie had their own little empire, and
mm-hmm.
they'd kind of be like frenemies with like Tariq in them. Where they
Mm-hmm.
don't really mess
Mm-hmm.
with each other, but when it comes time to face somebody else bigger, that they get together, but they really don't mess with each other like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like how she
I
got
can
trying to
see
call
that.
me, you know?
That should be funny.
Yeah. And she be
She be
why she be
she
talking to
be
them with their
cussing
twins,
out.
bro? They
She be
whole grown ass adults. She be like, shut up before I smack you. Like,
she be cussing Diana out, boy. It'd be
yeah,
funny.
yeah, yeah.
Ah, all I know is this: Tariq gonna win. I never thought I would be saying this. I love Tariq. I hated him on Power. I never thought I would be a Tariq fan,
Yeah.
and I want Tariq to win because that little motherfucker smart. And did you
Yeah.
notice? Did you notice? We finally seen him behind the wheel in the car. Did you peep
Yeah. I
that?
saw that. Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
God damn, they let Tariq drive in this season. God damn.
Yeah. I was mad at Tariq though too, bro. Like I never wanted to see him win. Um, because like he was just an entitled spoiled brat. And
Hmm.
everything that he hated his dad, he basically became his dad.
He is
You know,
dead.
and
He
then
really is his dad.
you killed your dad, and but you're him. And I wonder when is he gonna see that?
You know what's weird about the Tariq dynamic? He learned the game from Kanan, but he's his dad when it comes to him being ruthless and how he thinks
Mhm.
about things and how he's looking out for himself. It's
Yep.
crazy how that
Yeah.
dynamic is.
Yeah. Because his dad always was by himself. Like he didn't.
Right, right.
It didn't matter who it was. Like it didn't matter if it was his kids. Like
It didn't matter. It didn't matter.
he would. I mean, we know he's about to put Tariq under the bus, which is why
Yep,
Tariq ended up killing him because he was
yep.
about to put him under the bus. So
He's gonna
he
turn him
didn't.
in.
He's gonna turn him in. So if it calls for Ghost to save himself, he was gonna do
Hmm.
that by any means necessary. So I think ultimately when the series finally does end, I think ultimately that's gonna be Tariq's downfall is that he's always about self, and at some point somebody close to him that he loves is gonna kill him. Yeah.
It would be dope if they kill him off, like they killed off his daddy. It
They
would be
are.
dope if they do that.
It's gonna happen, bro. I guarantee you that whenever this season, they only what 2 seasons in, 3 seasons in.
This the third one.
Okay. I would say I'll give it another 2 seasons. And I
Hmm.
think whenever the seasons end, Tariq is definitely gonna get killed.
Well, it already got renewed for season 4. They announced that last week. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So
so I would say two
if
more.
they get to 5 seasons, they
Hmm.
end on season 5. I believe that it's gonna be Tariq gonna get killed or he going to jail. One of the two.
Yeah,
He gotta have a tragic ending.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think I think I think they should keep it like that when you have a tragic ending.
Yeah.
And I want to see if we're gonna get his inheritance,
Yeah, that part
the
probably
trust
not.
fund, the trust. I want to see if we're gonna get the trust.
Yeah, probably not. I feel like something gonna happen with it. He ain't gonna get it.
Me too. I feel like something gonna happen too.
Yeah, yeah. I feel
Now
like
I
get it.
saw I saw what's her name? What's her name to play Tasha? Man, I love her too.
The story.
Victoria Norton. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now she said she was on Tariq and Brady's podcast, and she can't. No, I'm sorry, she was on the Breakfast Club, and she was saying that yeah, you might see a return of Tasha St. Patrick in this season. So I wonder what it's going to be though. So I can't wait to see how she returns because she's her and Jasmine, the little girl we never saw but like maybe 4 times in the whole power. She
Hmm.
her and Jasmine is living in protective custody or whatever. So
Hmm.
I
Well,
want
and
to
you
see
know,
how this is gonna happen.
Sax had. I think that's probably why they brought it up this last episode too, to kind of
Hmm.
introduce them back into it because Sax was like, if something happened to me, I know where your mom and your sister is. Like I know where they at, and you'll never know. So I think somehow, maybe in the next episode, it's gonna come up. And that's how they're going to
Hmm.
that's how they're gonna maybe him trying to figure out where they at or something. But I can see Tasha showing up again.
It's going it's a lot of plot twists to this season
Who you
because
think gonna die, bro?
we still don't know the Norma chick. Like we don't know what's up with her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know we talked about last time. Like I told, like there was like that Noma, that it was like a theory that could be Effie's mother.
That's what I'm saying. Like we don't know what's gonna happen. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who's gonna die next. I don't know, but I
Who you
still
think?
think there's. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
because
just don't know.
all the originals from Ghost damn near all gone. So Sax was like
Yeah.
one of the ones hanging on. Then you got Tasha, you got Tommy, as far as the main characters, you got Tasha, you got
Mm-hmm.
Tommy,
Mm-hmm. Angela dead.
Angela dead, yeah.
Yeah, you
Kanan dead,
right. You
Proctor
right.
dead,
Yeah.
Sax
Mm-hmm.
dead. So
Yeah, you right.
yeah, all the OGs basically gone. So
So yeah, I wanna know who they gonna kill off next.
yeah, I seen Ghost with a character. I can't think his name. Omari.
Omar
He's in
Hurd.
this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's in this new J Lo movie. So he's been doing movies uh recently, but he's in a new
He's a good
movie.
actor. He's a good
Yeah,
actor, all I see is Ghost though. I just every time
I
I see
know.
him in something, I just
Everybody
see
got that
Ghost.
role, bro. Everybody got the
Joe
role of a
do.
lifetime. Like it don't matter how many times you see Malcolm Jamal Warner, he's Theo,
He's Theo.
right? You see Jasmine Guy, she's Whitley.
She
You
Willie. Yeah.
know,
And
that's just how it is. Kadeem Hardison is doing.
they all talk about that. They all talk about it too.
Yeah.
They all say everywhere they go, they people say, "Hey, Dwayne," like,
Yep. Yep.
"Hey,
So
Willie," like everybody say that.
yeah, they stuck with it.
Yeah, because even dude say, what's his name? He played Tariq. He said every time he go out, they just call him Tariq.
Of course.
Everybody,
I'm
Tariq,
sure.
Tariq, Tariq.
I'm
It
sure.
just it's just one of those shows. Like Power is one of those shows. It's like it's culture. It's the culture. It's just
Yeah.
one of those shows that it's gonna always be a part of the culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always, from the fashion, the music, everything's
Mm-hmm.
just a part. Like you see, last week they dropped the
Theme music.
YSL,
Yeah.
the
That
YSL thing.
bro, that cracked me up. He was like Rico, like YSL.
Like, yeah, like that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? It's the
It was
culture. It's
hilarious.
always been the culture.
They're definitely connected to the culture for sure.
Yeah,
So
definitely is. Definitely is.
you got to if you got 50 Cent, who is the hood Tyler Perry,
Hmm.
he's going to bring that culture element to it. So
Yep,
and I saw
always.
that he just purchased like a whole bunch of land to build his own studio.
Hmm.
So that means we're gonna
That's
have
smart.
more. He gonna keep more of the hood on TV.
Hey,
Yeah,
he giving people jobs, man. So I ain't got
he
no
is.
problems with 50.
He is.
50
I
give
will
people
say
jobs, man.
he bring in new people and he dust off old ones too. So
Yeah, he do. He giving people opportunities. Like
yeah,
whether we want to admit it or not, Lorenz Tate is doing great in this role.
yeah.
Um, what's the name is doing great in the role, the
But
little
but,
limited
but
role.
Lorenz Tate ain't never stopped working. First of all, but
No,
Lorenz Tate,
but you know what I mean. Like
yeah,
in terms of we seeing him all the time.
yeah,
You know what I'm
he
saying?
could do
Like
a spinoff too.
yeah, he could. He
He could
actually
do a
could.
spinoff. Yeah,
He really could. You're
yeah.
right. He really could.
And
And I
it's
mean,
different for him because we ain't never really seen him play. We seen him play like Bad Boys, like
hmm
Men's Society, but it was different though. Like we never
yeah,
seen him play like a corrupt person, and that's it. So
not
this
like
is
that.
different. That he played like a real good weasel. Like he playing the shit out of this
Hey,
role.
I hated him when he first came to power. I was like, damn,
Me too.
this
Me
nigga
too.
here. I hated this nigga. Oh, he
Yeah,
ain't
because he
shit.
he was challenging ghosts,
Yep.
and it was good to see that dynamic, like two brothers in suits that, got hood backgrounds, but it's just
hmm
like he used to crack me up when he used to see ghosts like, nigga, I know who you is. Like,
Man. He used to make them faces.
yeah, it used to be
Remember
used
when
to be
Ghost
used to
asked
be
him?
good.
Remember Ghost asked him to give him that money so he can. I think he asked for like 150,000.
Uh-huh.
He looked at him like, nigga, what? Man, that was so funny, man. That was so funny.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
remember that.
god.
Yeah, that was
Oh
hilarious.
my god, that was so
That was
funny. Hey,
hilarious.
real quick story of sidebar. I hated Lorenz Tate for a while back in the day, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Oh boy.
So you remember he did Minister Society, right?
Hmm.
He was old dog. I thought he was so cold. I was like, he cold. Old dog, right? You know what movie he did next? Right after that.
After Men's Society, was it
Yeah.
Frankie Lyman?
Nope.
Inkwell.
Yes. And
Okay.
he played that soft ass, goofy, corny ass little boy in that movie. Man, I hated Lorenz Tate.
Ah.
I said, man, how you go from being a stone cold killer, you playing this little goof ass little boy who fell in love with this older woman, and then when you saw she ain't want you no more, you cried and ran home. I said, man, I hated,
That's
hated
hilarious.
Lorenz. I hated Lorenz Tate for a long
That
time,
just,
man.
bro, that just show you his range.
That's what everybody kept trying to tell me, but I
That
ain't want
just
to
show
hear that
you his
shit.
range.
I wanted an old dog. When old dog, you know the motherfucker that said, "I'm trying to see old bitch ass." That old dog. That's what I wanted.
That's hilarious.
But
That's
yeah, that's
hilarious.
just a quick story. Quick story. Yeah, that was yeah. But Lorenz Tate, that's my guy. Any movies, anything he do, I'm
Shot
a
down
rock with him.
in West Side.
West Side,
Yeah,
West Side. Yep. And he still look the same too.
he do. He still look
He still
good.
the same. I ain't whatever. He still look the
Good.
same. You know, you act,
Yeah.
put that in the group chat with your girls. Okay, we not doing
I'm
that up.
putting it out on the pod airways. Lorenz Tate
Oh
looks
God.
good with the P.
Oh, oh my God.
Yes, hear me and hear me good. He looks good. Okay.
They hear you. They hear you, Tease.
Yeah.
They really do. They,
And I know my ladies will agree when we post this. So yeah.
yeah, ladies. I know y'all listen. Don't get your little old asses wet. Yeah, okay. Just relax.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about another West Sider. What the fuck did the Brat have on, Joe? What was that shit, Joe?
We gotta take the L on that. 60644 got to take the L for that one, bro. Who designed that?
I don't know, but whoever designed that shit, you
She would have been better off just wearing, like, if she wanted to just pay homage to Chicago and wear some Chicago gear, she would have just been better off just wearing big clothes. Just wear a jersey, wear a t-shirt, like you already wear baggy clothes. So it was just horrible. Like, it's stupid to even be like, it's stupid to even be in those big old baggy clothes like that. Like, you're a whole woman and you're pregnant and it's a whole bunch of maternity clothes. It's okay to wear maternity clothes for women. Like, they have clothes that are designed to give your stomach room. You do not have to make a ugly jersey maternity shirt. Like, it was horrible.
she like a
It is.
damn fool.
She did, bro. And it was like you could see the baby kicking.
Yeah.
People were saying like the baby, like, get me out of here.
The baby probably like, oh no, mama, what the fuck you
Yeah,
doing?
the baby ain't want no part of that. Yeah,
Listen. I love me some Shantae, okay?
yeah.
I love me some Shantae, and a good homie of mine related to the family. If you watch this podcast, listen, I'm just gonna say it. Your cousin ain't shit for wearing that outfit. Your cousin know better. Your cousin caused the entire West Side to take a L
She did.
when she walked her ass out on that stage, Joe, with that shit.
Yeah, we gonna pass that
Chicago
on
Bulls.
to Atlanta. She with Atlanta now for that one.
Now we need Kanye to do some dumb shit so the South Side can take a L because this shit here, the Brat.
Well,
Oh,
he warming up. It's the summertime. He gonna have something
yeah.
coming out soon, so he warming up
Hurry
for
up.
something. He already,
Listen,
well, bro. I should say he already did. We just didn't talk about it, but he was saying wearing some leggings, some legging
I
boots,
saw that shit. I saw
like
that shit.
last week. Yeah, so he warming up for some stupid shit.
He look like he
Yeah.
finna go to a praise dance rehearsal. The fuck is wrong with him, man? Boy, hey man, what is wrong? What is wrong with these people, man?
Oh, not praise dance rehearsal.
You see how tight them leggings was? You see how tight they was? Damn.
You're big when the praises go up.
And, and you know, Kanye built funny anyway. You know,
Right.
he got them tight ass leggings on, man. Like, come on,
Praise
Kanye.
begin, old face boy. Oh boy.
Oh man, I had to get that out, man. This nigga here, man, Kanye, man.
Yeah.
Tease. That before we wrap it up, ask your question because this is gonna be good for the people.
Oh, okay. So, I had been like on the internet. I've been seeing like trending about like male safe spaces, right, and male
Yep.
vulnerability. So I want to ask you, bro. As a man, obviously. So, what? First of all, as answer the two-part question in that, how hard is it for how hard is it really that hard for men to be vulnerable, right? And when you are vulnerable, what are those safe spaces for you to express that vulnerability? And I have a follow-up question too, but answer those first two for me.
So the answer to your first question, yes, it is hard for men to be vulnerable
Mm-hmm.
because when men of my age, men who grew up with the idea that you're not supposed to be vulnerable, you're not supposed to show any sign of weakness. That's why we suffer from being vulnerable, even with our partner or companion. So it's hard for us to be vulnerable in a lot of different ways. We internalize a lot of stuff. Um, even the people who say some men are emotional. Yeah, they probably are emotional, but I bet you they also don't vocalize a lot of stuff because they're just afraid to how they're going to be judged or perceived, and that's a big issue with men. Your second question, at what's the safe place we go to? I think
Mm-hmm.
for me,
Don't say coochie.
no, 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 no. You know what? If you would have asked me that 20 years ago, I would have said that. But
Yeah.
for me, I think now as I got older, family, kids, I think the safe place for me, honestly, T, is is to actually be by myself, whether I'm at a bar by myself, and I'm not even drinking. Just I'm at a bar or I'm at the cigar shop. I'm just able to gather my thoughts and kind of like I don't want to say reload, but kind of like I'm at a place where nobody there knows me. I'm not with nobody, so I can just kind of decompress.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that's my safe place. To where now, if I go back home and I'm ready to talk about something, I'm ready to talk about it now because now I'm more comfortable. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess for other people it's different, but that's a safe place. I know there are a lot of men my age when it comes to men, what's the safe place? They might say sex with multiple women. They
Yeah.
might say drinking. They might say drugs. Everybody has a different way of coping or safe place, but
Mm-hmm.
that's dangerous too because
Mm-hmm.
that can lead down a road of destruction.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all know, well, I know, I can speak for men. When you go to women, multiple women, you're releasing a lot of emotion. You're releasing a lot of times lies that really ain't the truth. You still masking what's really bothering you.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'm not trying to get on a tangent, but I mean that's just my thoughts on your question.
So what do because women, we sometimes we take it personal and we feel like when you know something going on with your guy and
Hmm.
he's not being vulnerable, what do you think, or what would you say is like how do we handle like that non-vulnerability? Like, it's hard for us, I'll take it personal, right? But what
Hmm.
can we do to make sure that our guy knows that we are a safe space, and like what's things that we could do to encourage that, because I think sometimes we do stuff that is that creates an adverse reaction, like we in trying to get him to open up, you're actually making them, pushing them further away because you pushing for him to talk and he don't want to, you know
You
what I'm
don't want to
saying?
talk, yeah.
So, but at the same time, because of how we are by nature, um, we just want to help, So
Hmm.
what would you say like is the biggest thing to create this to help be that safe space, or one of those safe spaces?
I think I think one, you really have to understand your guy and how he's wired. That's number one. And then number two, I think in the beginning, in the relationship, you gotta have the open lines of communication, because the one thing about men, if a man feels like whatever he tells you, or if he feels like you're going to use that against him later on down the line,
Mhm.
it's a wrap.
Yeah.
He gonna shut down forever.
Yeah.
And men, when men do open up or tell you whatever they're going through or be vulnerable, you gotta understand they expect you to take that and never reveal it, or take that and say, "Hey, okay, we did it the first time. Now I feel comfortable coming back to you again and
Mhm.
do it again and again and again." So it's almost like you his therapist, but at the same time, it's like if you got a man who's hard to crack, you shouldn't walk around on eggshells or tippy toes. But I think you got to understand, like, hey, I don't know how to get this out of him, but I also don't want to overstep my boundary.
Right.
So then you might have to really say, I'm just gonna have to sit back and wait till he opens up, or say, hey, you know what? We really need to have an honest conversation, because if I'm supposed to be to you who you say I am, then what's going on? And I
Mhm.
think that's the only way to try to do that. Because one thing about men, we don't like for nobody to pry us. We don't like
Right.
nobody to try to examine us. We don't like
Mhm.
nobody to read us if we don't tell you, hey, what you think I should do, or what you think about this. Like we just built like that. We're built
Right.
like that. So
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I just was I've been saying it a lot, and I think I see the conversations, about, having safe spaces, and then sometimes like how women we intrude those safe spaces, whether or not we do so intentionally. Sometimes, we may have good intentions, but it don't be helpful. Like I was just
hmm
telling somebody recently about even the cigar lounge, and everybody, like people who date, they was like, well, you like cigars, like it's always guys there. And I told them, I said, what I noticed though about the cigar, uh a cigar bar, a cigar lounge, when it's a whole bunch of guys there, like my observation when I used to go more often, guys really, it is a safe space. Like guys
it
don't
is.
be in there. There's rarely any women in there, and it's really just the guys in there, homies, just smoking and drinking, watching the game, watching, playing cards, playing dominoes. Like it's really just like, I thought that was cool. Like it really was just like, it really ain't, they don't really be on nothing. Like it really
No.
is it really is just guys in there. Like, and I don't think, like, if you're a woman that's going there to meet a guy, you could, but don't go there and be like, if they don't say anything to you, like, take it the wrong way, because
Right.
it's a relaxation, like you say. It's a, when guys want, now what to do when they leave this cigar bar, who knows? You know what I'm saying? But
Right. Right. Right.
while they there, it's just like a zone out situation where they just chilling, like they really ain't thinking about women in that sense, in that moment.
Nope.
You know what I'm
Not
saying?
at
And if
all.
they want to think that way, normally they're gonna bring a woman with them.
hmm
If they want it, and
And
because
that's
it's
what it
such
is.
a male space, they're not they meant, the mind is not thinking about picking up women. You know what I'm saying? So it
And
really is really,
honestly, that's the truth. That's the
it's really
truth.
not. Yeah. So
It's not.
I'm
It's
like,
not like in a club setting. It's not like a club
right,
setting. It's like
right. It's
this
different.
is more of a relaxation.
Yeah.
You might have a conversation with another brother, and
Yeah.
it might be you two might be going through the same thing. Now you
Yeah.
get his opinion, he gets
Yeah.
your opinion, and you may have helped that brother from
Yeah.
maybe going home to do some dumb shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just never know. So yeah, it is. That
Yeah.
is a safe place.
Yeah. And I think because I have a few brothers that I've been allowed to be in male safe spaces. So I'm like a little
hmm
fly on the wall. And I think, like, even if I go somewhere, like I used to play pool with my other friends, my older coworkers,
hmm
if even just doing that, like I think that they like the guys there, because I'm there with who I'm there with, like they don't even, they start looking at me like little sister, and I'm like, don't look at me like that. I'm like, but I'm just saying that if it's not what you,
Yeah.
Like women, no, it's not that kind of, it really ain't that kind of party, like, and I'm
Yeah.
not saying I ain't never met any guys in those settings. It's just like, it definitely wasn't like, it was like a happenstance thing, because it definitely
Right.
wasn't, if you go in there to meet them, it's just like, you may not meet nobody that first time, because they may not even be, they just not, guys just different. Y'all, when y'all want to zoom
True.
in on somebody, y'all do it. Like, but
True.
y'all going there to hang out, y'all gonna be focused on hanging out, and
Hanging out. Yeah.
that's what it's gonna be. So
That's what we focus on.
I thought it was just interesting, bro. I was like, I was gonna wait to ask you that, because I think I was gonna show you this clip,
Hmm.
but I wanted to see what you just thought, like, on your own, just about like male vulnerability, and just how, you know, um, it's tough. Like, we don't, I guess, because it's easy for us to talk, bro. So when guys, shut down, I think, we we got to get out our feelings about it. You know what I'm
It's
saying? Not
hard. It's hard.
personal. Yeah.
It's hard. Like it's hard for guys. Like it's really hard for guys to be vulnerable, especially. And the upbringing has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
But generally, for a guy, it's
Societal
hard. It's hard to
norms.
be vulnerable. Yeah, it
Yeah.
really is.
Because
And
cause, I'm sorry, bro.
no,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead. Go
I,
ahead.
I, I was I was I was I was I was gonna say, because when y'all do, when you guys are vulnerable, then you have, like, let's just say a brother want to cry about something, like, then it's just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
show soft ass, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it's just, or like you said, like, this is like, I remember I saw a meme that said, women, this why guys don't tell y'all stuff, because when we tell y'all stuff, when y'all get mad, y'all use it against us. So it
We
was a
do.
meme that said, I broke up with her, and she said something like, uh fill out your own application, yo dumbass, yo dumbass boy, like, illiterate ass boy, like, you can't even read, like,
Damn.
it's like, you
Damn.
know, you know what, I laughed, but I was just like, it was like a, damn, I think I've done something like that before, and I'm like, man, that's messed up. It's messed up, like, and it's not like you trying to use it, like, you're not trying to throw it in their face. It's just like, it's an overload of emotion, and not
Hmm.
controlling, letting your emotions control you, and not being able to calm down, instead of trying to put out the hurt that you're feeling, and you're trying to
Yeah.
put that back out there, like, taking a minute to not letting yourself get that upset,
Hmm.
but yeah, I've been, as an adult, as a woman, definitely in my 40s, trying to work on that. Like, I don't ever want to meet a guy he doesn't feel like I'm a safe space. Like, I don't want that.
Because a guy, I mean, a guy looks at it like a woman. A woman, I don't want to say should be a safe space, but if y'all rocking like that, a
Yeah,
guy wants to feel like, hey, I can open up to her, and whatever I tell her, it can stay with her. It's safe. She'll never throw it in my face or whatever.
yeah.
Because again, we guys think they invincible. We think they super tough. No,
Hmm.
we got no feelings, but a lot of us got real
For
feelings
sure.
and very
For sure.
emotional.
For sure.
So, and again, it's just like women got to understand, like, if a guy opens up to you, man, that's a great thing. That's
It's a
you
privilege.
you don't understand what you have when a
Yeah.
guy opens up to you, because that
Yeah.
means he trusts you, number one.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Absolutely.
hmm,
In when that trust is given, like, don't take it for granted. You know what I'm
mm-mm,
saying? Because,
mm-mm.
as you said, it is hard for men to have that kind of trust and vulnerability. So if you get it, like, don't don't be that person to use it against them, because
Nope,
shut down quickly. You'll damn near never get that back.
never,
And if you do,
never.
it'll never be the same, because he'll always remember that one time that you said, you know, when he told you that, and then he told you something vulnerable, and you went back as soon as you got him. You can counter the rap, like,
He
not saying
dead.
that he will stop being with you, but when it comes to
No,
vulnerability, he
yeah, it's
ain't telling you
dead.
nothing.
Nope, he dead. Nothing
Yeah,
else.
he ain't telling you
And
nothing else.
and and to caveat to that, if that happens, you better hope he ain't talking to somebody else who's willing to
And
listen.
he is.
And what
That's what
you don't want him telling her stuff that he can't tell you.
yeah, that's what
That's
always
what you
that's how
don't want.
cheating happens. That's how cheating happens. That's what happens when people cheat, and that's when guys fall in love with the side chick. Now he
Yep.
ain't gonna never be with the side chick, but he fall in love with her.
He fall in love with her, but he won't be with her.
Yeah,
But
he not gonna leave his wife,
she
but
may know things about you that you didn't even know, and that's where the shit hits the fan.
yeah, that's when it's just messy. Now it's
Yep,
just messy for no reason,
yep,
So
yep.
yeah, I just thought I would ask you that.
That was a good question. That was a real good
Yeah,
question.
yeah,
That
yeah.
was a nice way to end the pod. That was a good ass question, T.
Yeah, well, yeah, everybody that's listening, y'all make sure y'all comment and give us y'all thoughts on male vulnerability. I have to make this a clip.
Yeah, we're gonna have
Yeah,
then everybody all my homies gonna be like, damn man, you done got all sensitive and shit, man. They gonna be I'm gonna tell them too. Leave a comment, Negro.
right, right. Yeah, and subscribe, Negro.
And some of my homies, I know y'all be crying too. So go ahead and leave a comment.
Yeah, yeah. It's a safe space, guys. I won't judge you
Yeah,
for crying.
it's a safe space. Teeth won't judge.
This is a safe space. I won't
That's
judge
right.
you. Except for I'm still judging you and Hodges and Seneca and Damien and Abahi.
Why you all
All
my homies like
y'all,
that?
all y'all at that school for singing Out of Tiger. Y'all
Oh
would
my
never let
god.
y'all live that
Oh my
down.
god.
I cannot believe you hood, nappy head Negroes are getting excited about Eye of the Tiger. I will never let y'all live that down. No.
Hey, brothers. She just violated PhD, but it's okay, brother.
Yeah.
She don't understand.
That's so funny. Next time I see all y'all together, I swear I'm paying that song. And if I'm gonna record this reaction, like
And and we and, and we gonna sing.
I know, and I'm going to laugh. I am going to laugh for days. I
For the
cannot wait.
pod.
Yes, yes.
For the
I'm on
pod.
next time all y'all together. I can't wait. I can't wait to do this. Yo.
Oh, so you got any shout outs?
Not specifically, just shout out again to the Mother's Day coming up.
Happy Mother's Day. Yeah.
Thank you everybody that's been listening. Continue to subscribe, to continue to share. And yeah, we just, we thank y'all for the support.
For sure. Hey, make sure y'all subscribe, like, share, listen to the podcast. Some of that podcast. Follow the IG page. You can listen to the pod on Apple, Spotify. You can watch the pod on YouTube. Make sure you leave us a comment there. This episode will probably drop on Friday, so be looking out for that. And hey, episode 72. We'll be right back at it again next week with some more stuff to talk about.
That's
Um,
right.
maybe Tisha get Coach Mo to be vulnerable again. Who knows? We'll see.
I gotta think of some more questions, y'all.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next week.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.